Welcome, my friends, to episode 6 of the FM18 Youth Development Experiment, and the sun is setting on these two players' career. By the end of this episode, they're going to be 34 years old, so they've still got some time in them. I don't think it's going to be the end in this episode, but certainly past their peak. Are we going to be seeing some decline in these two players? Are we going to see them maybe have their one last move? Or are we set in stone for PSG with Goku and Man United with Vegeta? Without further ado, let's get into episode 6, guys. Elite versus low class. What is happening, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. And welcome to episode 6 of the FM18 Youth Development Experiment. Low class versus elite. We are now in the year 2033, so we are now in the 16th season of this experiment, and as we mentioned in the intro, they're going to be heading towards the later years of their career now, so we're not expecting any improvements. If anything, they're going to get worse before they get better. But we'll have a look, we'll see how our players got on. So Vegeta, the better average rating, 7.84. Goku on a 7.70. So decent seasons for the both of them. We'll have a look at Son Goku first, though. So still at PSG, so neither of them have moved clubs. If I'm honest with you, I don't expect them to move clubs anytime soon now. I think they've sort of settled at their clubs. Unless they release them at the end of their contracts, they get one last club. We're probably going to see these two at PSG and United respectively. But Son Goku, the number 9 for PSG, 68 caps, 32 goals. And if we look at the career stats, 53 appearances, 5 off the bench, 27 goals, 11 assists, and 16 player of the matches. So he is not letting up as far as the goals and the performances are concerned. 31 years old Goku is now, but he is still in his peak years. We'll have a look at the season on season. 7.86, it's the best season he's had for at least 3 years now. Obviously the 8.10 was his best, but he is now sort of performing back to the heights he should be. But did PSG win anything this season? If we look at the milestones, that'll be the key indicator of how they got on. So if we go as far back as 2032... let's have a look. So Spain won the European Football Championship. So they've won the Euros, Spain has. So I'm going to assume that Vegeta's also won that as well. Although no individual honours. Who did they beat in the final? Let's have a look. So if we look at the fixtures and results. They beat Germany 1-0 in the final. Are we able to see the goals? I think we might be able to, you know. We are. So we'll have a look at the winning goal. It was a penalty, and it was neither Vegeta or Goku that won it. Oh, it was a good save, but Martinez slotted in the equaliser, and that was the winning goal of the Euros. We look at the teams down the bottom. I mean, you can see Spain. That's all we need to worry about. But it doesn't look like Goku came off the bench. No, Goku was subbed off at half-time. Vegeta didn't even play. They didn't even play Vegeta. Was he injured maybe? Because I think he was injured towards the end of last season. But we'll never know. But it doesn't matter. Goku is a European winner. And we can add that certainly to his trophy cabinet. They didn't win the Trophy des Champions. They came runners up there. Shortlisted for Footballer of the Year. Won by Nicholas of Tottenham. So not even in the top 3 for Goku or Vegeta. And if we look through, they won the league again. I think they've won the league every year since Goku's been at the club. And they were runners-up in the Champions League. They still haven't won the Champions League. We'll just check on the competitions just to be sure. So they won the league by a point off Olympique Marseille. So they did still win the league only by a point. They lost the Champions League to Bayern Munich. What was the score in the final? 2-1 the score was. Goku did manage to get himself a goal, but I don't think we're going to be able to look at it, unfortunately. It doesn't appear the game has saved that particular game. But Goku did get a goal in the second minute. but they did get an equaliser in the 9th minute, and then before half-time, got the winning goal. Looking at the stats, they did have more shots, PSG, but only one more on target. And Goku did get the best man of the match rating for PSG, although he wasn't man of the match overall. So they narrowly missed out on the Champions League. We'll pull up the PSG competitions again just to see how they finished everywhere else. Knocked out in the French Cup by Bordeaux, who did eventually win the competition. Knocked out in the Coupe de la Ligue by Nantes, although FC Sochaux Montbéliard, I probably pronounced that wrong, won the League Cup, and Monaco won the Trophée des Champions. So apart from that, Goku didn't win much else apart from that. But we'll look at Vegeta. I think the Man United did win the league last time out, which was in 2032. 120 caps, 102 goals. That's such a fantastic record. But this season, 45 games, 34 goals. He's got to be top goal scorer, surely. 5 assists and 13 player of the matches. We'll look at the milestones. We'll see where they finish. So, he was the European Champions winner. The Euro Leagues, basically. The European Championship. He was named in the Dream Team. He was the best player at the tournament. The Golden Boot winner. So 2 big trophies for Vegeta. And then they won the Community Shield for Man United. Shortlisted for Footballer of the Year, which he didn't win. Which is a shame, really. Because, he won the Euros. He should have got up there. And he was the best player. So you'd thought he would have ranked at least in the top 3. Named him World Team of the Year. So a lot of winners. They won the league again. So that's another Premier League for Prince Vegeta. Top goal scorer in the league. So he's come back into his best in his later years. Golden Boot 3rd place in the Champions League. Runners up in the forward of the season. So a very successful season for Prince Vegeta. We'll have a look at the career career stats. So 27 goals, his best return for at least 4 or 5 seasons. A 7.88 average rating. His best in 2 seasons. Well, 3 seasons actually. So he's equaled the 29-30 season. So a brilliant season overall for Prince Vegeta. And we'll check on the competitions for Man United. They won the league by 8 points. Very, very clear there from Tottenham. They were knocked out by PSG in the Champions League. Oh, now that opens up that opens up. So obviously Goku knocked out Vegeta. So if we look at the schedule, we'll look over the 2 games. So the first game they drew 2-2. Abodo scored 2 goals for United. Roberto Bocas for PSG. Did they play? So you can't really see behind me, but Goku did play. He got 2 key passes, an assist, and a 7.77 rating. Vegeta didn't play, did he? He's not even in the team. So unless he was injured at the time, maybe that was the reason why they didn't go through. So he didn't play the first leg. Did he play the second leg? So 3-0 PSG won. Vinicius Jr., Joseph Brule and Kirio got the goals for PSG. So Goku didn't get in on the goals. He did play though. He was subbed off in the 54th minute. So Goku did get a game. And Vegeta did get a game. You can't really see behind me, but Vegeta did play. But he was subbed off in the 41st minute. So neither player made an impact on the game. They are 31 years old at this point. So they're not the quickest, and they got some of the youngsters coming up now who are looking to take their place. But PSG knocked out Man United in the Champions League. They were knocked out in the FA Cup by Sheffield Wednesday. That's going to be a cup set if I ever seen one. Knocked out by Brighton and Hove Albion in the Carabao Cup. But they did win the Community Shield. But Vegeta's done very well this season. He's got top goal scorer. Best player in the Euros, won the Euros as well. I think the only thing we need to do is to compare the 2 players and see what they're looking like. Last time Goku's caught up to Vegeta, and we can see that Goku's better in attacking and vision compared to Vegeta. Although I think Goku's declining on the physicals. I'm sure he wasn't that close before. So Vegeta's got the better physicals, better speed, and he's always been better overall anyway. I think as far as the experiment goes, we can clearly see Vegeta was the better player. But we look at the attributes here. Better crossing, better long shots, better long throws. Penalty taking, composure and vision. Leadership's now the same. I know Goku had a lot better leadership over the series, but they've pulled that side by side, and the rest of them is pretty much Vegeta looking at the individual attributes. But the stats per 90 minutes, Vegeta got more goals, Goku got more assists, more key passes. Vegeta got a better pass completion, better shots on target. Goku had more tackles, and the tackles, distance covered, and average rating goes to Vegeta. So as far as this season goes, it's a landslide victory for Vegeta, I think. He's won the Premier League. He was sort of best player in the Euros. He won the Euros with Spain, although Goku won the Euros as well. So, both players picked up a Euros, but he was the best player, Vegeta. Goku obviously won the league in France. He's won that now for like X amount of years in a row. But he was runners-up in the Champions League. I think that's the only trophy that Goku's missing. Because I know Vegeta has won a Champions League. I think he won it. I think it was Man United he won it with. But I think if Goku can win a Champions League, he'll definitely bring the trophy cabinet closer together. So we're going to go 1 year on now. Oh, one thing I do want to check, actually, before we go 1 year on. We'll check the league earn statistics to see. So Goku was 1 goal short of top goal scorer in France. That's the only thing I haven't been checking. Because going through the past videos, I'm very inconsistent on if I check the league stats. So we're going to try and remember to do it this episode. But yeah, Goku's 1 short of top goal scorer. And I know Vegeta definitely was top goal scorer. But we'll have a look at the Premier League as well. So yeah, 7 goals from top goal scorer. So a clear winner there. Best average rating, most player of the matches. Vegeta was player of the year, to be honest with you. And they've won 2 league titles on the bounce. So we're going to go forward 1 more season now to season 17 and see if the decline is going to start coming into these 2 players. I'll see you in season 17. Welcome to the year 2034 now. Season 17. Let's see how much honours and how well these players have done this season. So 7.68. So the average ratings are going down now. Obviously 32 years old. So Vegeta still had the better season, 7.68. Goku, 7.59. I mean, they're still very good average ratings for the season. Again, both of their clubs, which I'm not expecting them to move. But we'll have a look at Goku first. 73 caps, 34 goals for Goku. Still picking up the international caps from the looks of it. But if we look at the league, 34 appearances, 19 goals. 3 assists, but 10 assists. 11 player of the matches. So I think the appearances are going down now. He's not playing, only played 22 games in the league last season. So Goku I don't think is as important as he once was for PSG. But still 19 goals is a good return from 34 appearances. We'll have a look at the career stats. So 7.67. It's his worst season at PSG. Oh, by 0.01 as well. So he came back to good form last season, but this season he's gone down again. But I mean, like I say, that's still a very good rating over the course of the season. But we'll look at the milestones. We'll see if they've won anything. So we need to go to as far back as the league here. So he's runners up in the Champions League. We know that from last season. They were 3rd place in the European International League. So they didn't get the International League trophy. He was the star of the season last season. He was top goal scorer, runner-up. So I think that's definitely something to add. He was star of the season. So I think that's player of the year, I think, for France, if I'm not mistaken. Unless there's a different... And this is a different... Oh, hang on, what? I was saying star of the season. So yeah, I think that's player of the year. Is it player of the year? I think it is player of the year. Anyway, it's going down as player of the year on the trophy cabinet. So he was star of the season, top goal scorer, runner-up. So Spain won the Confederations Cup. Definitely a trophy to add to the trophy cabinet. He resigned as Spain captain. That's interesting. Did he retire? Is he retired from international football? Let's have a look. How can we tell if he's retired from international football? I don't think he's retired from international football. If there's a way of knowing, let me know. But I don't think he's retired from international football. As far as I know, he's still in there. But he has resigned as the Spanish captain. Who took over, I wonder? But they did win the Trophy des Champions. Shortlisted for World Football of the Year. Didn't win. Not even the top 3. And neither was Prince Vegeta. But, again, nothing new there. I don't think, apart from Goku, that 1 year he won everything. Hasn't really won anything since. Runners-up in the Coupe de la Ligue. They won the League 1 Conformer. So, again, they won Ligue 1. And that's pretty much it, really. They won the league. They won the Trophy des Champions. We'll have a look at PSG's season. We'll see how they got on. So PSG, they won the league by a landslide, 99 points. Knocked down the quarter-finals by Dortmund, and Tottenham won the Champions League. I'm sure that's the second time they won the Champions League since we've been recording it. Knocked out in the French Cup by Marseille, won by Gazellec FC Ajaccio. That's definitely not how you say that. Runners-up in the Coupe de la Ligue, but they did win the Trophy des Champions. We'll have a look at the league. We'll see. So he wasn't anywhere near top goal scorer, nor the average rating, but he did have joint player of the matches. So, he's still up there, still putting the football. I mean, PSG have won the league. How many times in a row have they won the league now? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, at least. I can count them one by one. 17 times they've won the league in a row. Monaco have been their closest rivals, but Marseille are now starting to creep in as the nearest challengers to PSG's dominance. But we'll look at Prince Vegeta. 136 caps, 114 goals. I don't see any stats declining. There's no oranges apart from the technical ones. It's going to be the physicals we need to watch out for, because these are going to be the team, or the stats that are going to be dropping. But 55 games, so still a key player. 32 goals and a massive amount of goals. 3 assists, 14 player of the matches. We'll have a look at the milestones. We know about the Spanish victories. So we'll have a look. So best player in Europe for Man United. Golden shoe for Man United. That's definitely an achievement. Confederations Cup. Resigned as Spain captain. Although I thought Goku resigned as Spain captain. Maybe they're both captains. But broke the Spain record for highest average rating. Best player runner-up. Top goal scorer, 3rd place. So Vegeta's obviously getting a lot of games for Spain. But I can't see how they both resigned as captain. But unless one was vice captain. But there we are. But they won the Community Shield. Shortlisted for World Football of the Year. We know he didn't win that because they never recognise him, unfortunately. World Golden Ball, 3rd place. World Football of the Year, 3rd place. So he's got the bronze medal. Won the Carabao Cup. Won the Premier League again. Top goal scorer, runner-up. Runners-up in the FA Cup. 3rd place best in Europe. So a lot of 3rd and 2nd places. But I think more importantly, they did win the league this season. And we look at the competitions for the senior squad. They won the league by 3 points from Chelsea. Knocked out by Man City in the Champions League. That's got to hurt for Man United. Liverpool won the FA Cup by beating Man United. And that's a fantastic result for me, as I am a Liverpool fan. Oh, I need to watch my mic stand because it's now in my face rather than to my side. Carabao Cup winners, Community Shield winners. So they still won trophies. If we look at the Premier League, he wasn't top goal scorer. He was 3 goals off Xavi Ballest. But he did get the highest average rating. And he was 3rd place in the average ratings as well. So another successful season. The 3rd league in a row for Manchester United. So we'll do the comparison as we always do. And it looks like... I know that Goku was better on the vision side of things before. But now they're equal. So does that mean that the stats are declining for Goku? He's 3 short on the physicals, 3 short on the speed. I think Goku's declining. I think he's declining faster than Vegeta is. And is that because of his first team football right at the start of his career? It could very well be. But yeah, I mean, Vegeta's always been the better player. We look at the attributes there. I think Goku's physicals are declining, 12 stamina, 11 pace, 13 acceleration. I think Goku is declining faster than Vegeta is. But we'll see next season and see if that is what's happening. But we'll look at the stats per 90 minutes. Goku got more goals, more assists, more key passes. Vegeta had the better pass completion. Goku had the better shots on target percentage. But Vegeta had the better tackles better tackles 1 per 90 minutes. Better tackles completion ratio. More distance covered. And a better average rating. As far as the season goes, it's got to go to Vegeta. Again, won the World Golden Shoe, won the league for Man United, won the Carabao Cup, won the Community Shield. I know Goku won the Liga, but they win that every year anyway. PSG are not really showing their dominance as far as internationally. I mean, they win the league. We all know PSG are going to win the league, but they can't win the Champions League. I think they've come runner-up twice, but they cannot get it done elsewhere. So I think Goku's unfortunately settled at a team that has stagnated. I think if he'd maybe moved to a different team, he'd have won more honours as far as, European honours. But we're going to go on one last season now. So it's the season, what's that, season 18 now? Yeah, season 18. And they'll be 33 years old now. And we'll see if the stagnation and decline is kicking in. So I'll see you for season 18. Here we are, my friends, the last season of this episode. The year is 2035, season 18. Let's have a look at our players. So, look at the values now. They are dropping massively. Worth like 90 million, but now only worth 20.5 for Vegeta and only 15 million for Goku. I mean, you could pick him up at a bargain and still get at least 2 good seasons out of him, depending on their fitness. But again, Vegeta's at the better average rating, 7.59. But we'll have a look at Goku first. Obviously, they're still at their original clubs. And if we look at the attributes, I am definitely seeing some decline in Goku's attributes. There's a lot more orange I'm seeing on the stats screen here. Of pace and stamina have gone right down. And I definitely think the technicals have gone down as well. Tackling 6, marking 7. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to look back, I think. But it does look like he has declined. The mentals are always going to be high because I don't think they decline. But I think the physicals 100% have declined over the last at least couple of seasons. But we'll have a look. So 73 caps, 34 goals. I don't think that's any more appearances. So maybe he has retired from international football, Goku. I mean, Vegeta has been keeping him out of the team, but so it looks like that Goku's international career may be over. But his club career looks to be going stronger than ever. 41 appearances, that's more than last season. 32 in the league. 15 goals, still banging them in. 7 assists, 5 player of the matches. So he's still getting game time at 33 years old, is old Goku. But 7.45 is by far his worst season. I mean, we have to go back. How far? I mean, 7.45. We have to go back to his... So 10 seasons ago, when he was at Monaco with that 7.37. That is how far we have to go back to see a worse season from Goku. So, he's definitely on the decline. It looks like he's on the decline. But we'll have a look at milestones. Did PSG win anything this season? So we go far back. So they were runners-up in the Trophée des Champions in 2034. Shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year. So he's still getting shortlisted. Again, not recognised, and neither was Vegeta. Nothing much. Player of the Month and things like that. They did win Ligue 1, which is a given at this point. And that's pretty much it. So we'll have a look at the competitions for PSG. They just seem to be... They can only win the league at the moment. So PSG winners, Ajaccio. So Monaco have definitely slipped off. They used to be the second best team in France. But they have slipped off. But they did win the league by 8 points. Sorry, 7 points in the league. Knocked out by Chelsea in the first knockout round. Won by Manchester United. We'll certainly be getting to that. But they were knocked out in the 10th round of the French Cup by Lyon, knocked out in the quarterfinals by Marseille, and Ajaccio won the Trophée des Champions. We'll look at the league. Goku wasn't anywhere near the top goal scorer. Second best average rating though. That's pretty much it. That's the only other place he really shows up on the League One or the Ligue 1 standings. But I think the more interesting season is going to be Prince Vegeta. So 154 caps, 127 goals. And I think there are some more slight decline in the physicals. I think we'll have to compare side by side the physicals at some point. But 51 games, 27 goals, 4 assists, 13 player of the match. He's still getting games for Spain. So clearly Vegeta hasn't retired from the international game. But maybe Goku has. But we'll have a look at the milestones. Look at the career stats first. So 7.65, so not as good as last season. But he did play every game bar one in the league. 19 goals, but 7.65. I think it's his worst season in a Man United shirt. Yeah, his worst season in a Man United shirt. 7.65, but he's been hitting sevens consistently. So we say worst season, but I think any player would kill to have stats like that. So we'll have a look at the stats here. Oh, runners-up in the World Cup! Oh my word! So Spain almost won the World Cup! They lost 2-0 to England. I'm sure the English fans out there will be very happy with that result. Did Vegeta play? I don't think you can see behind my face. But Vegeta didn't start. He came on, though, in the 60th minute. So, if he'd have started from the beginning, maybe Spain would have done better. But we can see the goals, but I don't really want to see the goals. So, Spain almost won the World Cup. But it's clear that Goku didn't get called up to the World Cup. So, if we go... There we go. Awarded World Cup goal of the tournament. Can we see this goal? Is there a way we can see the goal? I don't know. Maybe we can. Spain versus Saudi Arabia. Right. We'll have a look. So if we go back to Saudi Arabia. 4-2. Oh, he scored 4 goals. Which one was it? Hang on. We'll go back. Which one was it? Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. So we're going to see so Vegeta's won goal of the tournament. Let's have a look together. Let's see if this was a decent goal. So Vegeta picks the ball up on the left-hand side. Dances past the players. Keeps on going. Oh, that was a nice goal. So he basically just danced around the whole team and scored. That was a good goal by Vegeta. So he did win goal of the tournament. So that is definitely an achievement for Goku. But they didn't win the World Cup though. And that's got to be his last chance. He'll be 37 when the next World Cup rolls round? I think that's his last chance of winning a World Cup. So throughout the experiment, Spain did not win the World Cup. Winners in the Community Shield. Shortlisted for World Football of the Year. Obviously didn't win because they seemed to be a bit of a hate campaign against Goku and Vegeta. Named in World Team of the Year. Top goal scorer runner-up. I don't think they won the league. But they did win the Champions League. So we'll have a look at Man United's competitions. So they were third in the league. 10 points off Spurs. But they did win the Champions League. Let's have a look. So they won 3-0. Vegeta scored a penalty in the 86th minute. But they just absolutely hammered Stuttgart from the looks of it. So Vegeta starts. So you can't see. But Vegeta 7.2. He did start. They didn't sub him off or anything. In fact, Spain didn't make any subs in the whole game. But he did grab himself a goal in the Champions League final. So that's another Champions League for Vegeta. Knocked out in the semi-finals by Spurs. Knocked out in the Carabao Cup by Spurs. Won the Community Shield. So Spurs did the domestic treble. FA Cup, Carabao Cup and the league. But it looks like the Man United won the big one. They won the Champions League. So we'll do the comparison between the two, as we always do. And Goku is definitely declining. I mean, Vegeta is now either equal to or better than Goku in every stat. And I think Goku is on his way out. He's definitely declining. I mean, he's got no physical, no speed. I mean, I think Vegeta is declining as well, but nowhere near as rapid as Goku is. I mean, this has always been the same, I think, for the most of the experiment. But we'll have a look at the stats individually. And 9 heading, 7 marking. I mean, those are the worst stats I'm looking at. Mental seem to be mostly Vegeta, but Goku's got better composure. But I don't think these are so much as important as they were in the younger days. But we'll look at the statistics. Vegeta got more goals. Goku had more assists, more key passes. Vegeta had better pass completion. Goku had better shots on target, better tackles won. And Vegeta had the most tackles completion, distance covered, and the better average rating. And as far as this particular season goes, it's got to be Vegeta. Won the Champions League, and that is a big trophy. Runners-up in the World Cup. If they'd have won the World Cup, that would have been an amazing trophy to have for Vegeta. And I think that's his last chance now for Spain to win that World Cup. Goku obviously won Liga, and they always win Liga, and so I don't think we can really class that as an achievement going forward. But that PSG just seem to not be able to do it in the bigger stages. And I think that's holding back Goku. So what we're going to do the wrap-up now and compare the two players at this point in their careers and see what they're looking like overall compared to the trophy cabinet. So we'll go to the season roundup, but the episode roundup, and we'll see how they compare against each other. So after writing off Prince Vegeta at the end of last episode, stating that Goku had the better seasons in his prime, Vegeta has just bounced back incredibly. I mean, we look at some of these stats. Now, Vegeta is only about 29-30 games away from Goku in career appearances. So even though Goku had those first 3 seasons where he was playing for Maidstone United, Vegeta's only 30 games behind him now, and he has scored 30 more goals overall than Goku has. I think the last few seasons have definitely come into play, and it looks to be that, it's clear to see that Goku's had more assists in that time, so maybe the teams that Goku's been at, they've been utilising him on the wing, or playing him as attacking midfielder, because he's almost got double the assists. I mean, not quite double, but almost double the assists. And Vegeta's had 2 more player of the matches as well, and plus playing less games than Goku as well. Looking at the international appearances, Vegeta's obviously marching ahead. 157 national appearances, 129 goals. The goals are a little bit drying up a bit, because he was at one point a 1-in-1 international goals to games ratio. But, 129 goals is an amazing record, and 157 games is an amazing record as well. Whereas Goku's appearances seem to have sort of dried up a bit. I think in the last year, he didn't make 1 international appearance. He might have retired. Who knows? And as far as the trophy cabinet goes, if you look at Vegeta's trophy cabinet, it is an absolute mental trophy cabinet now. 2 Champions Leagues, 6 Premier Leagues, 2 German First Divisions, European Championship, 2 Euro International Leagues, a Confederations Cup, 1 Euro Championship Best Player, and that's just the first half of the trophy cabinet. I mean, he's had things like the Club World Championship, Champions League Golden Boot, European Championship Golden Boot, goal of the tournament in the World Cup. Those are things that's added this season. And as far as Goku goes, he didn't really add anything. He had an extra Best Player in France, and obviously the League earned titles. Maybe an extra League Cup as well, but nothing much at all added to Goku's trophy cabinet. I mean, he does now have 10 miscellaneous awards, which you can't see, which I will run through just so that you know, obviously, what trophies are missing. We've got a French League Cup, a German Second Division, English League 1 Top Goal Scorer, Vanarama South Player of the Season, Vanarama South Top Goal Scorer, 4 French Super Cups, which is the Trophée des Champions, and 1 Vanarama National South. And Vegeta has 30 miscellaneous awards, which I will read out to you just so you know what we're missing. So we have 1 English Footballer of the Year, 1 German Footballer of the Year, 6 English top goal scorers, 1 German top goal scorer, 1 German Cup, 4 English League Cups, 5 English Community Shields, 1 German Super Cup, 2 English Players Player of the Years, 1 German's Players Player of the Year, 1 German's Player Newcomer of the Year, 3 English Players Young Player of the Year, and the last trophy being the 1 Spanish Under-19 Cup. So comparing the two, it's clear as day who the better player is here, and that is Prince Vegeta. More trophies, more goals, more player of the matches, and there is more yet to come. So next episode, episode 7, could be the last episode of these two players' playing career. And I say that very importantly, playing career. They could yet have they could yet have managerial careers. They could be coaches, or they might just straight retire from the game. They're two of the greatest players that have ever played the game, and no one would begrudge them walking away without any coaching involved. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the series so far. We're on Twitter at SuperSwanYT. With the experiments, we're going to be uploading these every Tuesday and Thursdays, 6 PM GMT. And like we say, next time could be the final episode of this experiment. Thank you very much for watching.